No, I'm just flipping this on for the fans who are tuning in now.
Word.
Pepsi Man.
You know, I can fix that Pepsi Man thing real quick. And not Pepsi Man, the friends. Let's see here. CD game at tune, permanent soundboard. Then I can remove this. Boop, add. Friends.
Friends.
There we go.
Hooray!
That sounds better.
Yeah. Woo! Oh, man. See, I found a bug. It doesn't work.
That was fast.
It doesn't work with files that are in mono. I have to convert them to stereo first.
Oh, Jesus. All my things, everything I send you is mono. Sorry,
See
man.
a doctor.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
just,
shouldn't have been kissing so much.
that's my bug.
Friends.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, that's going to get so annoying.
I'm never gonna actually do that. I just
God, I hope you do.
it's the other soundboard couldn't play more than one sound at a time, which is lame. This one can play more than one sound at a time, and it restarts sounds if I hit him again. So that's yeah. The other one didn't do that either. It would just play through the whole thing. All right. Who's ready to start recording? Oh,
Oh yeah.
who wants to go first? Who wants to go last?
I can go whenever.
I have no preference.
Maybe not last for me, but anywhere else.
My game's probably a fine opener.
Okay. I'll go not last. We'll put John first. There we go.
Definitely don't close with the request. It's going to be a short discussion.
Okay. Well, maybe we can close with me. Let's move John's bonus down there. And Jesse's bonus down there out of the way. So yeah, I got John, David, Jesse request me.
Cool.
Beautiful.
All right. So yeah, on that, let's start the show. You guys ready for the countdown?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
John.
I haven't said yes.
Everything all right?
I don't want to say yes because that would trigger the countdown. Everything is okay. I'm just not yet prepared to begin the countdown.
Okay.
You guys talk amongst yourselves.
So yeah,
Pepsi Man.
Let's play it back.
God damn.
All
that's
right. Don't
hard.
get crazy with it, Johnny.
Go home, viewers.
So yeah, for the viewers that are just tuning in, I wrote my own soundboard program. I'm pretty excited about it. But it doesn't work with mono files. That's not good. I gotta fix that.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Gain That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? It is Game That Tune back in the house once again. It's ya boy, John Harrington here, and we got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey.
Hell yeah, guys. Welcome back. Game That Tune in the house for episode 209. And man, what a show we have tonight for you. If you're just joining us here on Game That Tune, what we're going to do is listen to some video game tunes. We've each brought 3 songs from a game. We're going to try and guess the games based on the songs, a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off. We're going to have a lot of fun. Winner at the end of the night picks the theme for the next episode and plays you a bonus tune. And our winner last week was John Regan. But I'm not going to make John explain this because he really only won because we ignored the theme from the previous week's episode when I was the winner, along with our fantastic guest, Pass Blaster. And the theme for this week's episode, as selected by Pass Blaster, the arcade boy that he is vertical shooters. A very interesting theme, a very specific theme. A pretty, I'd say diverse category of games. There's a lot you can do in a vertical shooter. You can go up, you can go left, you can go right. Sometimes you can even go down. You shoot.
Hey.
The view from your of your vehicle or character is generally centered above you. The land or area that the game takes place in, then below that. Enemies share the same plane as you in general. It's really, there's a wide variety of things in play when you're talking vertical shooters. I thought one of you guys was going to break me up talking about all this boring, just non-interesting vertical shooter stuff.
I was enjoying it.
Johnny's just been itching to hit that soundboard. Yeah, there we go. Man. That's my vertical shooter knowledge sound. I'm at a Tim Allen level on my vertical shooter knowledge. But no, I think it's gonna be a fun night because we got. You think of the things that you think of the vertical shooting genre. You generally just think of bullet hell. Just fast action, sweating. You kind of think of arcade games in general, but I think there's I think I'm underselling it. I think there's a wide variety of games that are available for this theme, and I think I think this has potential to be a pretty wild ass show. So yeah, we've got 5 great games. We've got a great fan request. John's got a new soundboard that he's really itching to keep hitting.
Space.
There might be a game taking place in space.
That's
So
true.
he's ready, folks. Johnny's ready. So I think we are ready to start the first game. So Johnny, let's see. Start at the bottom of the screen and begin working your way up. And let's as you do in a vertical shooter is what I'm trying to. This is the joke I'm trying to make here, John. You start at the bottom.
I got
Not
it.
No,
Did I look
I'm
like
explaining it to you, John. You didn't laugh, so. I assume that you just didn't understand the joke. The theme is vertical shooters. We're starting at the bottom of the
I
screen.
think what he means is play the first game.
Yeah, let's tap the
1.
button, fire some bullets. All right, guys. So, as usual, the main power-up item in this game is a bell, which is obtained by shooting at a cloud, and you can change the bell's colors by shooting it repeatedly in the air, giving you different upgrades depending on how you collect the bell. All right, anybody feeling great? Anybody need more trivia?
I got
I'm
nothing.
feeling pretty good.
I'm good.
All right, good. Let's see it, boys. Oh, Johnny has a smiling penis. Sadly incorrect, because Jesse and David have the correct answer. It's Poppin' Twin B.
I was gonna add an extra O, but
Yeah, but that'd be a completely different game.
Yeah.
Fan game, I assume, is out there. Poopin' Twin B.
Yeah.
And, I have to assume it's just as cute.
I really want to get that sound clip to use for a calculated commuter of Johnny has a smiling penis.
I didn't specify that he drew the penis. He's just, Johnny penis happy is what I'm trying to tell everybody.
I'm really sick of being on Twitch. I just want to get this kicked off. I'm just going to whip out my dick.
why? Why are you sick of being on Twitch?
I actually love
man.
Twitch. I just...
Okay.
It's our home now, John. If anything, get us kicked off of YouTube. What a
Yeah.
barren wasteland that turned out to be.
Oh,
Get our mixer down.
Yeah, exactly.
They did that
Get
for
us
us.
Get us off Facebook Gaming.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, anyway, Poppin' Twin B. What a game. Johnny, you're the Nintendo Switch owner, so I assume you've put a lot of time into Poppin' Twin B recently.
Oh, yeah. I pop Twin B all the time. Like,
Okay.
it's pretty
Now
fun.
I'm worried that you said that so
God, that
casually.
sounds so naughty.
I was going to say, I'm worried that means something much worse.
This happened when I was 19.
Oh, God. Yeah. That's when we popped his Twin B. Jesse, tell us about your first time popping Twin B. Was it with your
So Anthony
friend
paid,
Wendy?
Anthony paid a friend of his, and of course I did not know that until afterwards, which made me feel real kind of shitty about the whole situation.
Wow. Cool. And so Anthony paid somebody to come over to your house with the Super Famicom and play Poppin' Twin B.
Yep, and Clockwork Orange was on in the background, which made it even weirder.
Man, that is weird. What a story.
That's a real interesting juxtaposition of Clockwork Orange and Twin B. Like, those two things do not go together at all.
I'll bet to the old Ultraviolence and Twin B.
Right, exactly. Just, dropping colorful bombs on walking pineapples while fucking, there's that scene of Malcolm McDowell with his eyes fucking held open. It's
Watching Pop and Twin B.
yeah, exactly. Just that. Oh God, that's what they condition people with. They make them watch Pop and Twin B. Fuck me. David, this is real talk. This is on the Switch Super Nintendo service. Have you played a little bit of Poppin' Twinbee?
I have not. I feel like I should because I enjoy the bright, colorful, fun games. But when I pull up my SNES online, it's usually either Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country.
I get it. And I was one of those guys. It's like, okay, they're releasing a lot of weird things here. You got your, weird Jaleco SNES games, your Brawl Brothers, and your, Operation Logic Bomb. It's like, what are they doing with these things? And then they, every now and then, they throw a little box art in there and something Japanese. It's like, okay, well, I guess I should check that out. And then it turns out, oh, look, it's Poppin' Twinbee. Like, I know what to do with this. I don't, a lot's changed since the last time I used Twinbee on the show. I no longer question my motivation in playing Cute-em-ups. I just, I boot them up, I start shooting. Guys, it's an improvement that I've made in my life. I no longer need the story to play a game like Twinbee.
Welcome to just the light, John. This is how
I was going to say, you could have just welcome to my world.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
how I
crashed.
exclusively operate.
Right, yeah, no, I short-circuited John's brain a little bit with this revelation. He wasn't expecting that. But yeah, no, the game is, it's pretty fun. It's, it's certainly not a bullet hell. It is, it's a cute 'em up. It takes it fairly easy, and yet, I'm terrible at it. It's, I've realized through playing it, like, yeah, no, this isn't my genre at all. Like, I'm just not good. I don't know if I just can't find the balance, but like, there's something about these vertical shooting games where it's like, okay, I need to hit every single thing, even if that's not required of me to continue playing the game. And I just start moving around too much, and I get myself in trouble. It's, it happened repeatedly playing Poppin' Twinbee, and I basically have the gist of the controls because it's a lot like the first Twinbee. You're shooting straight ahead to hit the things that are in front of you, and you're dropping bombs to hit the things on the ground. Cool. Somehow I'm still fucking that up. Like, I'm just weaving in and out of little flying acorns and, not noticing that the pineapples on the ground are shooting missiles at me, and just, nothing's quite connecting, and I'm just, I'm not doing great. So, it's crazy. This seems like it should be like the easiest of this type of game, and I'm not doing great.
That's one of the things that I like about like Cute-em-ups as a genre or sub genre, where it's like with all the bright, colorful graphics and the unique animations and like fun, happy-go-lucky style, you'd think it would be an easy game, but it's still like you being shot at from all angles. Like, it really deceives you.
Right. Yeah. No, it that's the thing. I can't speak to the later levels in this game, but like based on the first level, which, all my gameplay experience in Poppin' Twinbee is based, the first level and the boss and not anything past that. It's not like going crazy. It's just not something I can keep up with. They're not fucking going wild with this one, but the power-ups in this one do help, and figuring out the power-up system also helped. Once I looked up like what the bells and the different colors do, it really helped, because at first I'm like, all right, I'm shooting all these clouds, all that's happening is bells are popping out, they're not hurting me, that's good, but they're not really helping me. And then it's like, oh, you shoot a bell and it changes colors, and then it changes your bullet pattern and stuff. And, learning things like that have led to me getting further and further in the first level of Poppin' Twinbee. The best color bell, obviously, is green, because it gives you a pretty sweet thing. It gives you these little drones that go around your ship and also shoot bullets when you're shooting. So like, you've got your shot, and then there's you can have up to 4 little guys encircling your ship and shooting at enemies, which that helps, because it seems to be more bullets equals enemies getting hit with more bullets, therefore me die less. I'm just trying to do a little shoot 'em up math here. It's
That's like, I think, John, that's how you pass the calculus AB exam. Is figuring out that more bullets means you die less.
Right. That's America. That's right there on the entry exam. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say it's like that's how you pass a calculus AB exam. You get two friends to sit on either side of you, and they do the test with you.
Yes, exactly.
And then you just compile all the answers together.
You encircle yourself with 4 friends so that you can cheat, and there you have it. The teacher didn't even see you, so it's good. But yeah, it's also cool. When you start the game, you get to pick the pattern in which those little ships move. So like there's one where it just it mirrors your movement. So if you're just moving left and right and back and forth, those are just moving in that same way. But then they have the encircling pattern, and they have the I can't remember the word they used, but it was something like swarm or something. But what they do, they move in like a horizontal and then vertical pattern, like making a U shape, and just kind of move a little bit differently. So I'm experimenting with different patterns on the drones. I haven't found my favorite yet. Encircle is obviously the best. It harkens back to Mario Kart with the shells circling your vehicle. But yeah, and it's pretty fun. I'm trying to think of the other things. The one mechanic that I still had never gotten the flick on. I was looking through the options today to try and remind myself if I know anything about this game, which apparently I know very little. There's an option a button that just says drone, and I'm like, or no, it says chibi, and I didn't know what that did. And apparently it's like a one-time shot where it unleashes a bunch of small twin bees or wind bees that go ahead and shoot everything on the screen for you. And I feel like if I had known about that sooner in this game,
yeah,
it would have come in real handy, because that turns out a screen clearing attack where a bunch of little ships come out and do your work for you. That's also a way to pass a calculus exam. It's really a handy thing to know about. So, learn on the fly here with this game.
I really just imagine you showing up to take the calculus exam with a bunch of tiny ships, like just getting real space warfare with it.
Yeah,
at Pedro Menendez High School.
Exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, I smoked a J in the parking lot and then rolled into the library to take the test with just a bunch of nanotechnology ships flying around me. It was great, man. I passed the test.
I like the idea that it's not even nanotechnology. It's just what you had. So you just taped a bunch of models of battleships to you, kind of like a solar system model for the science fair, except it's you as the sun, and then all the planets are little battleship models.
You show up with a potato. You show up with a potato can loaded with Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I was gonna say my version of that was gonna be just I had a box with battleship in it. I emptied all the ships into it, shook it up, and threw it into the middle of the room. And I ran away, and I didn't take the test.
You suck my battleship!
And yet somehow you got a 98.
Yeah. It's, like most things involving me in high school, pity was a huge factor. But yeah, Poppin' Twinbee is a lot of fun, man. It's colorful. I know I'm going to make it past that first level one of these days. Now that I know the full complement of color combos and chibi attacks, because the funny thing is David, you're like, oh, I love the colorful stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I agree. You start up the game, and the first level is kind of like autumnal. It's kind of like yellow and orange. I'm like, huh. I was kind of expecting a little green and blue, little spring breeze, little lakeside or something, but no, it's like an autumn city, and I just I'm like, this Twinbee ain't quite popping for me. I need a little more color on this, but the later levels do sound cool. You got an ocean level, a ruins, a battleship, a volcano. Sounds like the color comes in at some point. So I'll find out one day.
I'm really excited for this bright and colorful adventure. And it's just Game Boy monochrome.
Yeah. That was kind of the vibe I got at first. I'm like, man, that ground is pretty goddamn yellow. But Well, we'll just see. I'm sure this game will be fun, easy breezy, and I'll get to see some delightful, colorful things. It'll happen one day. But I just as we were getting ready for this episode, I realized vertical shooters are really not my strong suit. So the one that Nintendo gave me for free for having their online service, that was pretty much my speed. And it's got good SNES music.
Real good.
Yeah, fucking oh hell, I should have had the composers ready to shout out. What is wrong with me? They got a big team of composers for this. It's a Konami game. Composers Kazuhiko Uehara, Masahiro Inoue, Tomoya Tomita, Nobuyuki Akina, Masai Nakashima, Saiko Miki, and a track by Michiru Yamane, who I believe is a member of the Mount Rushmore of GTT. If not, then it's just due to oversight. She's composed for so many games that we feature. So, dope soundtrack, fun SNES, cute 'em up, I've almost forgotten Nintendo Switch Online, like the SNES games. David, you and I could play these together at some point, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
I think
Maybe that's also the answer to making it past the first level. I'm gonna need a win bee to go with my twin bee. One player shoot 'em up, fine, but two players shoot 'em up. Now we're talking. That's I think we need to get that going. So let's look into that. Johnny, again, bust out that Switch. We'll get the 2-player online service going. Jesse and David, you're the ones I'm actually talking to. Maybe we play some SNES games online at some point, buddies.
Hell yeah. I'm down.
Yeah, man. Let's just keep it popping, John. Pop it over to game 2.
Game 2.
All right, David, you got some trivia for us?
I do have trivia for you. So, despite the name and setting, this game is completely unrelated to the television series that shares its name. And to differentiate, this game has an additional punctuation mark. And before you start writing down answers, if your answer does not contain this extra mark, it will be counted as incorrect.
What the fuck?
All right, who has those guesses, answers, correct punctuations?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Jesse has a very interesting answer of the A-Team, which sadly I wish was correct. John Harrington says at Gunsmoke. Sadly incorrect. John Regan says gun penis smoke, which I wish was correct, but no, that is sadly incorrect.
Aw.
Close.
John, so this game is Gun.Smoke, also known as Gunsmoke.
Well, wow. David really stuck to his guns on that one.
Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, David, he must be on his period because he wouldn't give us the points for our wrong punctuation marks.
Hot take.
Well, a penis isn't really a punctuation mark.
Maybe Johnny meant like an eggplant emoji.
No, it was definitely a penis. I drew the head and everything.
I think it was actually coming the word smoke.
Yeah. It was the gun, and smoke was the cum.
Yeah, no, my penis does vape tricks.
Yeah, impressive, man.
They make,
Wow.
Spell.
they make jewels for penises.
Normally I would have given it to you guys, but I made a point to say make sure you have the correct punctuation, and you both didn't. So,
Yeah.
sorry. The
So
one
this
time that I emphasize a rule.
Ranks highly amongst the worst stipulations in the history of Game That Tune. But yeah, anyway, so Gunsmoke. This is another cute 'em up. You're flying a plane with arms, shooting at adorable acorns and things.
No. So this game, totally unrelated to the 1955 Western TV series of the same name. This is another early Capcom shooter, and you play as a bounty hunter in the American West. I believe it's set in 1849 specifically. And you are scrolling through, walking through stages, shooting the fuck out of everybody around. But what interesting was about this game was you didn't just have your like straight shot. Specifically, the music and the version that I played was not the arcade version, but the NES version. And on the NES, if you push the A button, you shot to a left angle. If you push the B button, you shot to a right angle. And then if you push both of them together, you would shoot straight ahead. So you had like multiple ways to shoot around you, which was pretty unique for, most vertical scrolling shooters. And then you could also like, as you went through the various towns and areas, you could find like shopkeeps and you could buy additional weapons. So you had like an upgrade system that wasn't just like randomly you shoot a guy and another gun falls out. Like you could actually buy new weapons.
I mean, that's cool, but I also like just picking up everybody's guns. Yeah.
So it's like Red Dead.
See, it's interesting that you bring that up because apparently the first Red Dead Redemption or the first Red Dead game was considered like a spiritual successor to this. Like the creators were like, I really love Gunsmoke. I wish we could do that. And like the first Red Dead game, which was much more of like a shooting game, was sort of based on Gunsmoke.
That's an interesting connection. And now that you mentioned it, it kind of adds up. Like, Red Dead Revolver was not the open world, insanity that Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 were. It was more just like, shooting galleries and, like wild boss fights made by the Rockstar guys. So that actually kind of adds up.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game also had like it was. I love the fact that it was trying different things. Like you could aim where your bullets were going. You could collect different weapons. You could buy things like, okay, this is cool, but it did that like classic 80s arcade NES port thing where it's like, we're going to try lots of things. And some of them didn't quite work. In order to face the boss, you had to collect their wanted poster, but their wanted poster was, but the poster was hidden in the stage. So like, as you're going around, as you're shooting, like, you'll shoot an invisible square and it'll make a slightly different noise. So if you keep shooting there, then the poster comes up and then you grab it and then you can face the boss. If you don't grab the poster, the stage just like endlessly repeats.
Oh, no.
I don't like that.
It's like when you do get to a shopkeeper, you can buy a poster, but it's like crazy expensive. You have to get like a shit ton of points to do it. It's like, I like the idea of like, oh, to fight the boss, you have to get the wanted poster to bring him in because you're a bounty hunter. But like the fact that it's just randomly hidden in some invisible block in a scrolling shooter, like,
yeah, no, that's not great. It should be posted outside of like the sheriff's office or like the marshal's office. There should just be a difficult to reach marshal's office in every single level. You know, there's like, you know, maybe some strong guy there, like, hey, you know, whoa, buddy, you know, easy there, partner. You can't have this wanted poster. You know, maybe you just have to kill a lot of guys. You have to kill the marshal to acquire the wanted poster. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but no, just like
that's really not
hidden block.
That's really not in the marshal's best interest to like he wants
you want to bring in that outlaw, you gotta kill me.
Hey, David, would you say that this game contains cowboy shit?
It depends what you mean. Like, as you say shit, do you mean like specifically feces, or do you mean
no,
the vernacular
like
term for just stuff?
For stuff.
Oh yeah, this game has a lot of cowboy shit.
Okay, cool.
Now, does it contain any trace of feces? Like, are there boosts? Is there like a horse trough that you have to avoid? Like that maybe, you know, like
why would the horse poop in the trough?
Near the trough. You didn't why do you think they poop in the trough? No, I'm saying like
I'm sure there's trace amounts of feces when you run this from Albertsons.
That's true. Yeah.
That's where the wanted poster is hidden under a big fucking pile of shit.
Ew, God. Yeah. Who took a shit all over this wanted poster? Take a look at the poster.
Shitty McGee. At it again.
Since you brought up horse shit,
it's his calling card.
You can actually, one of the items that you can get, because like you collect different guns, and if you get shot and die, like you lose your guns because you lose your power-ups in a shooter. That's all standard stuff, but one of the items that you can get is you can actually get a horse to ride on, which gives you like 3 extra hit points. So
that's it.
That's what a horse.
This game does feature horse as like a gameplay mechanic.
I was gonna say horses as armor is an interesting mechanic.
So is it confirmed that if you shoot a horse 3 times, it will die?
Exactly. You're riding that horse.
In 1849, yes.
Yeah. They're breeding their horses much less hardy back then. But yeah, you'd be riding that horse like down to the side. So yeah, the horse takes all the bullets and then it just dies. And, it's man,
much less hardy back then. How many bullets do you think it takes to kill a horse?
John, how many horses have you killed?
I mean,
they shoot horses, don't they?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it takes more than 3 fucking bullets, man. They're sturdy. They're built. They're majestic.
Not if it's a slug between the eyes.
Well, if it's a moving target, David, have you ever seen how narrow a horse's head is? Like, if I'm riding at you with a fucking horse and I'm shooting you and you're shooting me with a 6-shooter from 1849, how easy do you think it is to get a boom headshot on a fucking horse? Like,
guys, I think we have a new Patreon goal.
Kill a bunch of horses.
No. I was thinking more like get some paintball guns, some horses, and go do an Old West shootout. But maybe we could just go slaughter a bunch of horses.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I love the idea of showing up to a paintball range on a horse.
Or showing up to a horse ranch with paintball guns. Either way.
Just the next time you go to the state fair and they have the pony ride, like right behind the 6-year-old girl, it's you in full camo with a paintball rifle. Next.
Oh man, yep, that's the life right there, man. That's that cowboy shit Jesse was talking about. Anyway, yeah, David, interesting pick. I really don't understand why they needed to put the period in the middle of the Gunsmoke.
Because they want to differentiate it from the 1955 TV series. Like, arcades in Japan in the late 80s were just full of Gunsmoke fans.
Exactly. And, I don't know. At that time, obviously, it did denote a web address, so a bunch of kids weren't going to go to gun.smoke and find some weird shit. So, yeah, they were safe. Like, nowadays, if you just, tell people, gun.smoke, they're going to go and it's going to be a website about slaughtering a bunch of horses.
Johnny, if we don't already own Gun.Smoke, can we buy Gun.Smoke and then reroute it to GameThat2.com?
You think he's not looking already? You're out of your mind.
Yeah, I'm definitely already looking. I don't know if .smoke doesn't exist. You can't get that.
That sucks because .smoke is a great domain type. Because if we didn't own GTT.smoke already, I would insist that we did.
Yeah, most of the gun domains are already taken, and they're very expensive.
That's too bad.
Like gun.online, $3,000.
That makes sense. I mean, people in America, they like their guns. So anyway, hey, let's David, anything else on Gunsmoke?
No, it's a fun game. It's a good shooter, and I like that it's a little bit different because you're just like a guy walking through the Old West, and kind of going back to that 1942 episode. Like, I miss Capcom scrolling shooters. They did really good scrolling shooters.
Yeah, Capcom was good at that shit, man. So, hell yeah, Johnny. Let's not kill any horses. Seriously, Game That Tune does not condone violence against horses in any capacity. They're great, majestic creatures, wonderful creatures. And Johnny, let's keep it going to the next game, my man.
Game 3.
And before you start playing, seriously, go on YouTube and ban this fucking asshole right now.
Okay.
I've been working on it. But
Good, thank you. Sad old fucking loser.
Sorry, I didn't restart that. Let me restart that.
That's all good, man. I love you guys.
Game 3.
So the soundtrack to this game was composed by Toshiharu Yamanishi, who you may remember from Thunder Force 3, Thunder Force 4, and Dragon's Fury. In fact, one song from this game was remixed into a new version of Dragon's Fury. All right, guys. How do y'all feel?
Oh, pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Great, man.
All right, let's see some answers. Whoa. Okay, so Johnny drew what appears to be a dragon with a dick, which is pretty cool. And John had said Thunder Force 5. That's
Yeah,
incorrect.
sorry, I pulled it away and erased it already because I know it's not right.
And David said Thunder Force 2. No, this is Elemental Master.
I've heard
Shit.
of this. Is this that
Wait,
Ringo
Johnny,
Starr
you-
game?
John, I believe
No.
all of us got this wrong.
You know what I
That's what I
haven't
was
heard?
waiting for. No, it's not the Ringo Starr game. I do know what game you're talking about. That game is pretty awesome too. But that game is also not a vertical shooter. But Elemental Master is a vertical shooter, obviously, where you play as like a wizard, and there's this your brother is like all fucked up for some reason and is trying to kill everybody, and so you go through different levels and fight different bosses, and like you can pick which stage you go to. There's 4 stages. Like there's like a volcano stage, like a forest stage, like an underwater stage, and like I think a frozen stage. It's been like a week and a half since I played it, so I kind of forget.
I mean, that seems like it would stand out, like a stage involving, Elsa and Anna.
See, I didn't want to make that joke, but at
See,
the
I
same
took it from
time,
you,
I
David.
would
I
play
saved
the
you from the
fuck
joke.
out of that game.
Wouldn't we all play a Frozen shoot 'em up? Yes.
You're
But,
like sliding down hills on a sled, throwing ice balls at things. Okay, I'll
Hell
stop.
yeah.
That's all right. No, you're good. It's very fun. Like fucking, God, I love Frozen. I just forgot every character's name instantly as soon
The
as I
snow-
wanted to talk about them. Anyways,
The
so
snowman.
fucking yeah, that's who I wanted to talk. Olaf, that's his fucking name.
Olaf.
Olaf. How can I forget fucking Olaf?
Okay, you got You got Elsa, you got Anna,
Oh,
you
no,
got
you got
Krista,
David
you
on a
got
thing.
Olaf, you got
Sven.
Sven. For villains, you got Hans, the Duke of Wesselton. For fuck's sake, you could unlock Oaken as a playable character.
Yeah, I'm concerned.
I could do this all night.
I'm
Who's the guy with the
concerned.
spa?
I'm concerned you forgot about fucking Olaf.
Oaken.
Yeah,
That should be a memorable experience.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't last very long because I just started shrinkage right away.
Olaf is like top 3 on everyone's frozen fuck list. So
Yeah,
you really should remember that.
it's Anna, Sven, and Olaf. Right?
Not Elsa. Yeah, sorry, I'm an Olaf man.
I don't know. I heard she's kind of cold. But
See, that's why you need to get Oaken. He's got that sauna, that big
Yeah.
burly man takes you into the sauna, you know.
And he invites you into, he
Makes sweet
invites
Norse
you to
love
sauna
to
with
you.
his wife. Yeah. It's wild.
Big summer blowout.
Yeah. It's
I'm
it's
sorry,
good shit.
Jesse, what was your name?
What is this game actually?
so Elemental Master, you're a wizard, and you fight a bunch of like magical stuff. It's like, and after each level, you get a new spell that you use as your bullets, and you can charge them up, and they do different things. It's pretty cool. It's really difficult. I was able to finish it. I beat it on stream like a week ago. It took like an hour and a half, and I used lots of save scumming. So that's the only way I was able to beat it.
Of course.
Because there's like little anime like type cutscenes, like 16-bit Sega Genesis. Like, here's a cool anime picture with some words, and it's all like magical nonsense, and it's pretty great. So your first spell doesn't really do much until after you beat all the other levels. Then you can charge that spell up, and it's like a super awesome beam that fucks everything shit up. And obviously the bosses get harder and harder and harder. There's like a orc dude that turns into a dragon. There's like a lady that turns into like a spider. And then the one dude, he turns into like this weird demon thing. It's a really cool game. It's a Sega Genesis game. I don't know if you could tell by the soundtrack.
There was a couple of hints in there, namely that you did trivia about Thunder Force soundtracks.
Yeah.
Yes, the very nature of the soundtrack.
But and it's cool looking. It is very difficult, but I would say it's not difficult to where like you just get infuriated with the first stage. Like, you could probably beat a couple stages without save scumming. From then, it's up to you whether you want to be an actual good player or play like I do and save scum. Which someone told me who was watching said, "Hey, you beat it. It doesn't matter how you beat it. And I was like, okay, I'll go with that.
Honestly, that's the thing. I mean, people talk a lot about that these days, like fucking playing games on lower difficulties, and frankly, like, if the ending is something that you want to see on a game like this, do what you got to do. And I'm sure it was worth it. It was, this game probably has one of the greatest, most emotional endings. Like, it's just,
Well,
it's a tour de force game, right? Like,
really, I just love the music. I mean, the music, and it looked cool. Like, the story was, like, it's very, it's impressive that they tried to give it a story. Like, the whole, you're a wizard and your brother's being a giant douchebag, and then you figure out that he's like under control of some evil magic, but it's too late. You've already killed him. Spoiler alert. And but the sprite work is good, and like that fucking soundtrack, man. That's like, I couldn't get enough of it.
No, that was a good soundtrack.
Like, every song like that. There's like maybe one song that's maybe not as much of a banger as all the rest of them, but still, that's a pretty good track record of,
Yeah,
sorry.
kick-ass soundtrack. I love that
Yeah,
Genesis like synth sound. It's so good.
Yeah, when you got someone who knows exactly what to do with the Sega Genesis music, they can fucking make that boy sing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and a hell of a track record for for Technosoft and for the composer. I mean, seriously, the Thunder Force soundtracks. Like, I honestly, that's the thing. As we established earlier, I'm not so hot at shmups, if you can call Poppin' Twinbee a shmup. So I'm not all about these games, but man, I'm all about these soundtracks. And the music transcends the game, quite frankly, because it's like, I heard one little taste of Thunder Force back whenever we started this podcast. I'm like, okay, now that I need to hear more of that. Like, what do we have here? So yeah.
And like another thing that's cool about it is, typically a lot of these vertical shooters are like airplanes or tanks or spaceships and stuff. But here you got a fucking wizard slinging magic at stuff, which is, it's pretty cool thematically to turn a wizard using magic into a shmup. So
yeah. What was the thing you played not terribly long ago? You had that cute wizard side-scrolling shmup for was it TurboGrafx 16?
Oh yeah. Magical Chase.
Yeah.
You're a little witch on a broom. That game was pretty cool too.
I mean, honestly, that's the thing. Like, I was trying to think of genres and things that can be represented by shmups. And, if it's not highly technical stuff, there has to be a magical element to it. Like, that's the thing. It's, Dragon Spirit comes to mind, so that, you're flying a dragon. Sure. Okay. But then, what is the excuse for somebody outside of the fantasy zone to be participating in a shmup if they're not in a ship?
Are you talking about shit? What's the fantasy zone game?
Opa?
Fantasy Zone?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not Fantasy Zone, but it goes, "Welcome to the Fantasy Zone."
Space Harrier.
Yes, Space Harrier.
Shit, that's the game I was trying to think of. Yeah,
which is kind of a shmup too,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And in Space Harrier, they just went with, you're a guy floating around the screen with a gun.
Yeah.
So, sure, you're just a man floating, shoot things. But absent that kind of justification, you got to have magic in there, man. So it's a good it's cool, man. I like it a lot. I'm kind of interested in this now. Though at the same time, like I said, I gotta get Poppin' Twinbee down before I fucking move on to some Elemental Master type shit. That's just this isn't my tempo at all.
Just watch me beat it, and then you're good to go.
Jesse, I've done that for so many games.
Oh!
For games, I said, God damn it.
Game.
Yeah. You and we played some games where I watched you beat it. For all our viewers out there, take from that what you will. But yeah, man, it's funny. You claim to be terrible at things, but I've seen you be very proficient at things. I don't care how many times you had to spam the save states on this one. A cool game, cool soundtrack. I'll have to check this one out myself at some point. Jesse, anything else on the Elemental Master?
I think that's it. That's good.
I think it is, man. Let's keep it bopping. Johnny, what's next?
Game 4.
This fan request?
Yes.
Word. So, a couple of new features popped up in this game. The primary new feature is the option to choose between point device mode and legacy mode. Point device mode makes it easier to clear the game because the player can keep trying until they succeed, only having to go back to a recent checkpoint. However, if you use that feature, the game is much more difficult than normal. Legacy mode, you get a set number of lives to complete the game. Oh, and this is the 15th entry in this series. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Who's feeling great?
You said,
Everybody should be feeling great.
you said the 15th
Ugh.
game, right?
Give me a
15.
second.
Okay.
All right, so as everybody's getting those answers out, I want to thank Taylor Y for the fan request. Excellent request. What a request. Jesse says Death Smiles, sadly incorrect. John says Pen 15. Check that out on Hulu. That show's pretty good. David, what are you thinking, man? Uh-oh. David said Oh no, maybe it's just the beard talking, but I feel like I know this, and I'm pissed that I don't know. David, I'm pretty confident that you don't know what this
Man.
is.
I was really hoping you were gonna say you have a butt that won't quit. And
$5.
$5.
I thought that's where we were going.
No, Johnny, hit that fucking sound again, man. You're not good at these. No, this is a game called Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom. It's part of the Toho project. Uh-oh, David looks pissed.
I thought it was a cave game.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think this game takes place in a cave. I think it's just a magic shoot 'em up. David, he's gone. Fucking A, he quit the show.
Whoa!
David, your
You
audio's
sound like
breaking
a
up real
broken
bad.
robot.
I hope you didn't like slam your desk or something. I think you need to refresh your browser, man. You came back as a robot. Oh man, I want to know how mad he got.
Live.
Oh.
Now we can't hear him at all.
Yeah, Dave, we're still having issues. Shit.
Yeah, sir.
You really fucked up by not getting that
changed.
answer right.
I'm getting
No.
like 1/10 of what you're saying.
Yeah, it's no.
It's like that PTI show where you just mute them.
Yeah, David's our Woody Page.
Now
Oh,
he's
God.
not there.
Oh no.
He's
He's
invisible.
he's a vampire now.
That's not how that works.
Somebody invite him back into the room.
David, you're allowed to be on GTT. Oh, he's back. Oh God, it sounds so bad.
It's better, but still bad.
Yeah.
I would try maybe just closing the browser and always leaves before I could say give a tip.
Yeah, he's like,
Right,
fuck
yeah.
you, Johnny.
Yeah. Fuck you, John. Who needs your tips?
I do computers my way. He comes back with a hammer.
Yeah. So it's definitely Chrono's fault.
Yeah. I blame
It's
Chrono.
been a minute since we've had a hashtag Chrono fault.
Right?
So
Ooh.
Nothing.
No, now it's just dead silent. I don't hear anything. Jesse, don't
nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid sexy David.
This might be the first time we get the show like technical difficulties. We can't get this figured out.
It's interesting.
No.
Come on, David. Still kind of glitchy.
I would just reboot at this point and see what happens. It's probably your best bet.
Oh man, he looks so mad.
He gets very
Or he gets furious.
he gets
about
very furious at the computer, yeah. Which my computer pro tip is the computer doesn't have feelings, there's no use in getting angry at it. That's my viewpoint with computers. Okay. Shit. David says he's out, stopped recording.
Should we ask him if he's going to restart?
Let's see.
For the record, Jesse, you did sound like you were laughing at him a couple of times, which did not help the situation.
It was just I wasn't
Nah.
laughing at him.
I know, but
I
he
know.
doesn't realize that.
Yeah, it's certain people and Dave's in that group of people when they're getting frustrated with something.
Don't express this over the stream, John.
Okay.
We're still streaming.
Yeah, true.
Um,
True.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Where the fuck were we?
You're about
Dave-
to talk about the game
Hey,
request.
Zach,
Here we go.
Nah, he's still chippy, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We got that. Got that from the message.
Okay. Well, I guess we can finish the show, or what do you guys want to do?
Anybody on the chat want to jump in and take David's place for the rest of the show?
do.
Yeah. Is Taylor available for this game? Is Taylor still here? Fuck.
All right. If so, yes. If somebody wants to jump in, PM me, and I'll send you the details on how to get on the show.
Yeah. We're going to take a continuing to drink wine break while we get a fourth cast member for this this discussion. Preferably Taylor, who placed this request.
Do we just keep recording? Or...
Yeah, just keep
Yeah.
recording.
We're hanging out, man.
It's all good.
What a wild turn of events. I want everybody to be extra nice to David for the foreseeable future.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't think
he
he's
gets
mad
a little
because
bit
he
about
made
his
you?
computer stuff.
No, Jesse, he's not mad at you. It's just I'm going to express this in generality. Some people like me, I try to diffuse things with humor, and that doesn't always go over well. And I think it's just what happened. I don't think it's mad at you specifically. It's just he takes you diffusing. It just doesn't help, you know. I deal with this a lot at work. You know, when people get frustrated with computers, the best approach overall is to just calmly try to help them out with it, right? Like anytime at my job that I've tried to diffuse things with humor, it just never works. Like it doesn't, you know. There's times
Mark,
you
you
can.
want to jump in on the discussion? Fucking PM Johnny.
Yeah, let me shoot. I should probably check my PMs, huh?
Ah, dang. Taylor's triple tasking right now. Yeah.
He's got 3 dicks.
Yeah, dude. It's wild. Let's get Mork in on the show, man.
Yeah. When you guys just shoot me a PM on Discord, that's the best spot. I'll send you the details. You have no camera?
How do you guys fucking have webcam sex with people? Jeez.
Of all the nights, yeah. Taylor's triple tasking, Grimm's internet died, Mork has no camera. It's all good. So I guess we do need to carry on as though David
Do we need a puppet? Anybody have a puppet?
God, a Sacco would really come in handy right about now. Okay, so let's see. David slammed himself out of existence, and we're going to pick up the discussion as though that is exactly what happened. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit! I think David literally just broke his computer, and he's no longer on the show.
Damn.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
That's not great. Yep. Oh, there's the Discord message. He's he punched a hole through his computer, so he's out for the rest of the episode. That is a big surprise, because this game, man, I didn't realize David was so passionate about the Toho project, and this game, the Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom, because I've never heard of this shit at all. This is this request was wild to me. First and foremost, it was the first request that we received upon posting this this theme, and I was like, okay, well, I'll look up that, and I was just taken with this. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the one. It's from a Patreon fan. It's insane looking, and it's part of a apparently 23-year-long series of vaguely connected shmups.
Vaguely connected.
I mean, Jesse, are you aware of this Toho project?
The only Toho I know of is like Godzilla and shit. So
And see,
not
that was
this
kind of
one.
what I was thinking. I was like, is this some kind of crazy ass Godzilla shmup?
That would be cool.
You know, like they've been making Godzilla shmups every year and nobody told me. But no, that doesn't appear to be. It's and since that's my problem with not knowing how to pronounce Japanese. It's Toho, Touhou. So I don't know if that's Tuhu or Touhou. You know, I'm not good with the Japanese pronunciation, so I'm going with the Toho shorthand. But yeah, you know, this Toho project, it's literally just like ongoing series of bullet hell shmups that like they've been going since like the mid 90s. This guy was just making them like he started out making them for the PC 98 and then eventually started just releasing them on Windows and Steam and all that. And it's just these wild ass, hard ass shmups. And you know, they look cool. They look like a fucking nightmare to play. I mean, that like that's implied in the hell of bullet hell. But yeah, it's I was trying to watch a video of this one, and like this, I mean, seriously, from the word go, like, you know, the first level on this shit is nuts. Like, shit starts coming at all kinds of weird angles, and it's just all about like near misses and barely tucking your little character into like these nooks between the bullets. You know, thankfully the bullets are pretty big, but like if I didn't know what I was up against with this game, which, you know, obviously it wouldn't make sense to drop into the 15th game in this shmup series, and not know what I was up against, but like it was overwhelming from the get-go. It was crazy. Like the first, like they're just enemies in the first level that literally just shoot out endless like clouds of these bullets, and there doesn't appear to be a way to dodge them. But like as long as your little thing is at the very bottom of the screen, at the very end, as they, you know, move outward from this circle, there's a small separation that doesn't even look like you could make it through. You make it through. Like, it's that close and that fucking crazy. And apparently there's a like a system that is in play that I can't remember the name of it, you know, because the thing I was watching, the guy kept you know, mentioning like you get bonuses for doing this. But it's like a near miss system where, so not only is it a bullet hell, but you get bonus something by like glancing against the bullets, for lack of a better word. Like, you know, like you get like a scrape bonus or some shit. And it's like, this game is insane. Like, you have to get a certain like scrape score on each level to move on to the next thing. It's nuts, dude. Like, yeah, I was watching this. I'm like, no, like, yeah, this, I mean, the first level of this game appears to be about 50 times harder than Poppin' Twin B. Like, it's just, it's nuts. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And, you know, people are, you know, obviously YouTube is full of 1cc no damage runs of this.
Oh,
which really is not the best way to watch something to get a feel for how the game works. Like, watching somebody master a game is not the way to understand like the ins and outs of a bullet hell game. So I did finally find one where someone had not mastered it, and that made it a little more clear. Those couple of mechanics I was talking about, the continue mechanics. You know, this one, that was the big thing. So you got two modes. You got point device, which just means checkpoints. Or you got legacy mode, where you have a certain number of lives to make it through the game. So if you use checkpoints, the game gets harder, but you can try endlessly. Or if you use the classic mode, you have a certain number of lives, but I guess maybe the game's slightly easier. Every run I've seen of this online is like perfect point device runs. But yeah, this shit's crazy, man. I feel like an insane person talking about this and like saying these words. Like,
you sound like a lunatic.
I know, that's the thing. You know, if I told you that this was the 15th out of 19 games in a long-running series of bullet hell shmups with point device modes and scrape bonuses, you know, yeah, you'd be right to have me like Baker acted. This is, you know, I don't sound well.
It looks infuriating.
Well, yeah, I feel like I'm in hell, a hell full of bullets, if you will.
Yeah.
It's flummoxing, and I miss my friend David. Really, I can't believe, the idea that he would smash his way out of the show over anger of this about this series is baffling me because I don't get closure on that fucking anecdote. Like, I need to know why. So,
I think though, looking at some stuff about this game, there's a character named Clown Piece. So
now you have my attention. Clown Piece.
Yeah. Let me get some of that clown piece.
Like, break me off a piece of that clown, or world clown piece. Which one?
It's one word.
Okay, but like, EICE piece or EACE piece, like
PIECE. Yeah.
Interesting. Clown piece.
Like a side piece, but it's a clown.
Or like a cod piece.
Yeah.
Like that One Piece anime, but it's clowns.
Yeah.
Oh,
instead of pirates.
All clowns. See, that sounds like kind of thing that would make a good shoot 'em up.
800 episodes.
Oh, that's the worst Captain Crunch ever. The Oops All Clowns box.
Oops All Clowns.
These motherfuckers are still shooting. I can't believe they made this 800 episodes. This is wild. Yeah. It's seriously, this game, like, that's the other thing. I know there's a story or something involved in this game because there's characters in this one. You can choose 4 playable characters and they each have their own bullet pattern, which is interesting. But like, I can't tell what the like vibe of this game is. All I get is like bullets and chaos. Like, I don't know what if it's techno, if it's magic, if it's what. Like, it's impossible to tell because as soon as the fucking game starts, like, the screen is just filled with circles and it's just it's crazy, man. This is some wild shit. It's I don't know. It's just utterly baffling to me. I was surprised to learn of this series, and it's fantastic music, and it's insane. Just I don't even know what drives someone to make an endless series of impossible bullet hell games. Like, you would think, like, okay, well, maybe it's like each one has a distinct art style or something, like, or like a really distinct gameplay mechanic. But no, it seems to be they just keep making them. And maybe they tweak the formula a little bit. Like I said, this one's tweak to the formula was checkpoints. Like, okay, like, and that was a big deal. Like, so I don't think it's story. I don't think it's art. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that drives this fucking series. I was like flummoxed to find this. It's crazy to discover something like this this late in a podcast where I consider us to be people that are pretty knowledgeable about video games. Like, I seldom have something that I'm totally caught off guard by, and that's this game. Like, it's I don't know what to make of it. I know I'm never going to play any of it. Like, I'm gonna listen to the music. I'm gonna download as many of these soundtracks as possible. There's just numerous soundtracks. They all have some good bops, some good chaos bullet music. Really stressful shit. I'd like to give it a listen, but I'm never gonna play this fucking game. Like, not only is it not on a console, it looks hellish, literally hellish. So I don't know, man. It was a great request though, because seriously, I do like having my horizons broadened, and this just God, it took my horizons and just spread them wide. So anyway, Taylor, thank you so much for the request. Excellent request, excellent tunes. No listed composer. I'll just edit myself saying that in post. And Johnny, let's keep it going, man. Let's wrap this thing up with Game 5.
Game 5.
Hey,
Hey.
awesome.
I make absolutely zero guarantees about the quality of my contributions to this matter.
Hey, greater than 0, which is David's contribution to the end of the show, so that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. So Destructo and Goomery. Destructo.
I am a gentleman too, good sir.
I mean, like we're within 5 minutes of having our first
Already,
on the show, and you say "fucking gentlemen."
already dropped the
Come on.
fucking ball. God, Johnny. Game over.
You made it weird that fast.
Destructoid gave the PC version of this game a score of 9 out of 10, referring to it as a must-play title and required reading for shmup fans, concluding that solo or with a friend on the highest difficulty setting or the lowest is incredibly easy to spend an afternoon with for years to come.
Absolutely got lost in the jam and forgot to write something down.
I think we all
no.
did.
That's why I made my drawing in the first song.
That's a GTT pro tip right there.
To distract us.
All right, everybody, let's see some answers. So,
It looks so good.
so
Pretty good.
Jesse says Ikaruga, which is incorrect. John says Mushishishima Masa, which is correct, and Gurmy drew a penis with a face, which is also correct.
It also the penis also had a butt,
Nailed
John.
Oh yes, it was a dick butt with a face.
Dick butt.
It was. Yeah, so for anybody listening in podcast form that's unclear on what happened, David, as it turns out, he punched his fist through the computer, but he also opened an assist trophy, and he replaced himself at the last second with one of our close friends of the show, Grim. So thank you so much, Grim, for jumping in for David on such short notice.
I have dubbed myself the prettiest assist trophy.
Exactly. You're easily the prettiest assist trophy that we've had thus far on the show, and even David admitted it in on his way out. He was replaced by someone prettier.
It's confirmed. I'm putting it on my resume.
Exactly, as
Hired.
you well should. So yes, the prettiest person that's ever been on Game That Tune.
Check it out on my LinkedIn.
Man, our bar is set pretty high over here. So anyway, yes, this is Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mamakasa, the
Mushihima
Japanese
Masa.
poet.
Mush.
We shouldn't make fun of it too hard, Johnny.
Mammalama jamma.
No, I know why John picked this. This is from the last episode. We had our episode with Pass Blaster, and he said, let's do vertical shooters, especially if you do Mushihime Sama on there. And that is how John got this pick.
Yeah.
So,
You haven't played this?
I have.
Why?
I have absolutely not. It looks awesome. The music is great. And you're shooting, giant bugs. And that's about all I know. I think
it's Mushihime Sama, aka Bug Princess. So, with your recent binge into Hollow Knight, John, this might be right up your alley.
Yeah, right. It's described as a
The
manic
Bug Boy.
shooter developed by Cave, and I believe Cave is known for making absolutely ridiculous shooters.
Yeah, Jesse referenced them earlier in this episode.
Yeah. And I watched like 5 minutes of gameplay, and I just had to stop what I was doing and just go take a walk. Like, I got really anxious.
Yeah. Oh wow, John. Are you admitting that that's the most you've ever prepared for a show? You watched 5 minutes of this gameplay?
5 minutes is me being generous with myself.
I'm
what she
thoroughly
said.
impressed.
It's just, wild, John. You're really growing up. I can't believe you watched 5 whole minutes before deploying a game on the show. So, it's just, our little John's growing up.
So beautiful to see.
So, Johnny, tell us what you saw in that 5 minutes of gameplay.
Bullets and bullets and bullets and bullets. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Beautiful
Hey,
sprite
Bugs.
work, beautiful art in general. I was really impressed by that. Like some of the enemies, they look good. And the levels, I had video elements like as you're flying around, like the levels moving because there's really like a video that's playing under there. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. And great art, interesting looking power-ups, and there's like 3 different modes of ways you can play the game. Like when you start, you choose what kind of shooting style you want. It's been released on PC, so you can go buy it now on Steam. I think it's like $20 or so. I think it looks like a pretty good buy. I might go actually buy it and try playing it.
Don't do it, John. You're not a bullet hell boy. What are you thinking?
Yeah,
You'll
I'm
hate
really
it.
not.
You're gonna hate this.
But there's no story as far as there is a story. It's like you finding
She's
all
a
these
bug
bugs.
princess, John. How much story do you need?
Yeah, somebody in the chat said that translates to Almighty Bug Princess, and that is all I need to know.
Fuck yeah. Oh man. I'm looking at it now, and yeah, all the screenshots appear to be like I can't see anything but bullets, which is pretty wild. The bullets are pink and purple, which is great. And yeah, it's anime bug girl. Like this yeah, Johnny, this in no way screams right up your alley. This is not for you at all.
No.
There's no hedgehogs or anything.
Exactly. Gee. Yeah. What are the bugs even impregnating? What the fuck?
Oh, come on. I showed you my ovipositor. Please respond.
Oh man, yeah. People that are watching this live, this episode has been a rich tapestry that's all coming together here at the end. But this is gonna make no sense in podcast form. This is some wild shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Joe
need to
Home
develop
Show.
a way to capture the chat log and have it play alongside the podcast as you're listening to it.
Add that to the show notes or like as chapters.
That is a dangerous way to play this game.
Exactly. God, like Mork needs an audience. This is ridiculous. I wish I had something to say about this besides I'm glad that Adam fucking threw you that softball a couple weeks ago there, John, because I get the feeling this is not the kind of game you can get a vibe from just from looking at screenshots of it while recording an episode of Game That Tune. I feel like maybe this does need to be played. It's it looks pretty cool. Honestly, it looks a lot like that last game I was talking about. Like you said that like there's video moving backgrounds and stuff, and like based on the framing and the screen size and stuff. I think these guys Cave might have been sharing notes with the those Toho boys.
Those Toho boys.
I think there's literally only one Toho boy. The Toho project just threw me for a fucking loop.
All right, listen. So I'm gonna formally incorporate Game That Tune into a company, but the official company name is definitely gonna be Game That Tune Boys Incorporated.
I mean, yeah, it's the GTT boys again. John, our first female guest is here, and you keep on doubling down on this, boys club shit.
I will
I know.
not stand for this lady erasure.
Yeah, I understand. So Grim, what's your experience with bullet hell shooters since you jumped in for David, and David seems so passionate about the Toho project? What do you know of these games?
Look, I don't want to be racist, but all bullet hells look the same to me.
See, that's why I made sure to bring up the pink and purple bullets. That set this one apart
Oh my
from the
God.
last game that we featured on the show. Because seriously, the Toho game, I believe the bullets were vaguely bluish. So pink and purple, you can.
Episode title.
I am still not convinced that Toho isn't a visual novel. You will not convince me otherwise.
Yeah, no, honestly, that whole thing threw me for a goddamn loop. I don't know what that was requested. It was something else entirely. But yeah, John, what a pick. Did you want to shout out the composer on this at all?
Yeah. Let's see here. The composer on this was Manabu Namiki and Masahiro Iwata.
Yep.
Oh.
Thought you would key in on that Masahiro Iwata and realize like, oh, that's why we're here. That's why there's such great music in this wild Bug Princess game. Johnny, don't look. I just want to know if you know who Masahiro Iwata is.
I was definitely just clicking on the Wikipedia to try to figure that out.
Help.
I have
Quick
no idea.
Google.
Jesse, you want to fill Johnny in on Masahiro Iwata?
Oh shit! I'm drawing a blank. I know it's important.
I'm not trying to flex. the
Ogre Battle
GTT.
64.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's good.
You guys done some things.
King Salmon, The Big Catch.
Exactly. Many games that Jesse's featured on the show.
Victor Kai.
Oh, Magical
Yeah.
Chase. Hey.
Magical
yeah.
Chase. Mystery
He gets
Water
around.
Witch Girl. He loves the salmon. He loves Bug Princess, and he found a way to make music for that, and also Final Fantasy Tactics. It's what a fucking wild career this man has had.
Very diverse.
I just like picturing the people making this Bug Princess shoot 'em up fucking hellish game, being like, we need. I feel like we need that guy that did Final Fantasy Tactics. I feel like this game is really a lot like that. Like, can we get Hitoshi Sakamoto on the phone? No. Get the other guy. Get Mr. Iwata. No, the other Mr. Iwata.
Yeah.
Masahiro Iwata is who I'm talking about. get him. That guy gets Bug Princess. He knows the sound that we're going for.
It really captures the essence of the Princess of Bugs.
Truly, yeah, exactly. It's not just fantastically, it's not just fantastic anime music destined to be lost in the morass of other things on GTT radio. This soundtrack screams Bug Princess. It's just, we'll remember this always. It's just Bug Princess music. You can hear the cricket legs rubbing together. It's great, man. I really do think, seriously, Johnny, was there noise going on in someone's background, or did one of the tracks actually feature like some cricket legs?
I think those were cricket legs. Yes.
Yeah, I think
cool.
I think that first track actually had like some bug noise in it, so I'm not just bullshitting. It was an interesting choice. I want to know how he composed that.
He got the bug leg music himself. He went. Yeah. He found some grasshoppers and got that mic real close.
Got in the studio and rubbed a bunch of grasshoppers together. It's just it's the life of a composer, man.
He has an actual grasshopper orchestra.
Yes.
He shows up with his conductor wand, conducts his grasshopper orchestra.
Oh, those poor grasshoppers.
He's very method.
Yeah,
I'm here to advocate for grasshopper rights everywhere.
That's what I'm saying, man. We honor our Japanese composers around here, but we haven't really talked about the Japanese exploitation of grasshopper orchestra labor. And it's it's a black eye on the whole industry, quite frankly. It's just it's wild that
it really bugs me.
God damn it, Jesse!
I'm dead. We never saw it coming. God damn it. Yeah. So anyway, fucking grasshopper orchestra, the shoot 'em up. No. The more easy to pronounce thing. Yeah.
Hot mama lama jama langa.
Exactly. Somakosa.
Ushudaipan.
Isama. Fucking.
Mumbarumba langle langer.
Yeah. Sama de Amigo is the game. Which also, quite frankly, would be pretty great if they added a grasshopper character. I'm just saying. Johnny, unless there's something else on this, then I think it's time to turn it over to the calculating computer.
Calculating computer activated.
You hear that like balloons, rubbing sound? Like.
Oops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is.
Were you saying something, John?
Yeah, we had a whole bit planned in the beginning
before
of the
show. Goddamn show, I was saying something. I made sure that you
that's
guys
right. That's right.
Granted,
sorry,
guys. Fix it.
I need to finish this glass
I'm
of
off
wine.
tonight. Here we go. Okay.
Take.
Fresh take. Let's take it to the calculating computer.
Calculating computer active. Calculating.
Oh, thank God David's still here.
Okay. That was weird. Hang on, let me see if I can fix this.
We're gonna
Let's see here.
How absurd!
Oh my God, guys. I cannot believe it.
David came back.
Yeah. I can't believe that David showed back up just in time to fix our broken calculating computer. How does Akuma keep getting inside the computer at the end of every July? This is just absurd, quite frankly.
I'm finally going to play with Orkin. We've had about so many times, and Akuma keeps popping up every single July.
He's just drawn to the heat of the computer. He just stays in there. It's gross, man. Akuma's nasty. Rubbing those legs together all the time. Anyway, yeah. Wow. I cannot believe it's time to kick off yet another August absurdity. Also, I can't remember if Grim has any idea what we're talking about.
I have absolutely no idea, but I'm delighted.
I'm so glad she's here for this. Yeah, it's time for August Absurdity, our annual head-to-head championship month of GTT to determine the king of the show. Unfortunately, Grim, I don't think you're going to be doing the entire month of shows with us, though. I
damn
think David wouldn't be opposed to that. It'd be great to have Queen of the show for once. God damn. It's time, guys. It's August Absurdity 5. It's time to be a little more progressive with this. But yeah, it's time to go head to head, motherfuckers. It's August Absurdity. It's time to step it up, bring you A games. We take this game very seriously this month. 1 month out of the year. we don't cheat or Google answers and try to stump one another. So it's
like if Whose Line Was It Anyway was in a cage.
Exactly. Cage up those Whose Line boys. And I don't know which one we all are. David would be the Colin Mockery. I think I'd probably be the Wayne Brady.
Can I be Colin Jost?
Yes.
Ryan Stiles.
Jesse's the Ryan Stiles. Johnny, call dibs on your Whose Line guy.
Damn it! I was gonna take Ryan Stiles. Greg,
don't flatter yourself, John. You're no Ryan Stiles.
Can I be Greg Proops?
Yeah, there you go.
So fucking lootly.
Okay, I'll be Greg Proops.
1,000% the Greg Proops of Game That Tune. You love baseball and Star Wars Episode 1. Anyway, it's gonna be a wild ass month. So to kick it off, we gotta determine the matchups. So we're coming back next week. I don't think that we prepared a free play jingle for this, John.
Oh no, we didn't, but I've got some.
Good. So yeah, we're coming back with an August Absurdity tip-off classic. Just a free play. The winner gets to pick their opponent for the following round of August Absurdities. So Johnny, if you got a free play jingle, now would be the time to hear it.
Game That Tune. Free play.
I hit 69 of them, all of them, not just the men, the women and children too.
John, you really got to pay attention. I mean, I know I mostly spout off bullshit, but sometimes I have legitimate points.
Dinosaurs with titties. .com. There's a dinosaur. You're in the past. He's in the future. Who gives a fuck? There's a dinosaur. Just enjoy this goddamn game. Fuck you. Ultra 64.
Hot take. A dinosaur is far more interesting than a skeleton.
That's not a hot take. I'm not playing this sound for that. Hey.
What the fuck, man?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, God, that burning ape piss. That is some serious business. Johnny Bite, take it seriously with titties.com.
Do you think when Michael Richards comes, he leaves the room and then bursts in the door?
Oh, God, I hope so.
Call me the ass man.
Come on, Myth. Let's you and me fuck up the evolutionary tree. He's got a big fucking dick.
He's a dinosaur.
How absurd!
All right, cool. I think that's the end of it. Jesus Christ.
That was a good one.
A wild ride from start to finish.
It really is. No, you want to talk about funny. Seriously, I was listening to an old episode of the Game That Tune this week. Somebody mentioned a game that I hadn't thought of in a while. I looked up when we used it on Game That Tune. It was episode 24, 4 years ago. We played the free play jingle, and I complained that it was too long because it lasted 9 seconds. So, yeah,
centuries.
Good God, how far we've come.
It's been 84 years.
That's how long our jingles feel nowadays. Yeah, so it's going to be an awesome August Absurdity free play. Hit us up with requests. It's going to be a blast, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun competition, and I'm gonna win it this year. I'm just calling it right now. Thank you everybody so much for listening tonight. Thanks everybody watching along live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. We're in your podcast device on Tuesday mornings. Find us in anywhere you get your podcast. Check out GameThatTune.com. Rate, review, subscribe, share it with a friend. Do whatever you got to do to make more people listen to Game That Tune. We really appreciate you guys listening to and enjoying Game That Tune. Special thanks to our, anybody checking out patreon.com/GameThatTune. Hold on, let me do that again. Thanks to anybody checking out our Patreon page, patreon.com/GameThatTune. It's the home for our awesome exclusives. We've got our covered up series. We've got GTT Gems, where we take a look back at music from 30, 20, and 10 years ago. We've got fucking our movie commentaries, which are the all-encompassing thing now. It's really the thing everybody's talking about. And, quite frankly, it's becoming a kind of a sticking point with this group that Johnny somehow continues to win the polls, despite picking objectively the worst movies from week to week.
Yeah,
so,
that's guys, I don't think you understand. I'm not voting for what I want to watch. I'm voting for what I think people want us to watch. There's a difference.
Gaming the system.
John. No. You pick something you want to watch and fucking make somebody vote for that. Like, what the fuck? That's how I lose every week. Yeah, so check out Patreon. We got awesome movie commentaries, and you guys get to choose what we watch, and we're having a blast doing it. Special thanks to our super fan tier producers, Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, XX Chrono XX, Dominic Guy, Taylor Wise, Sam L, and Tyler Tedesco. You guys are all fantastic fellas, and we appreciate you guys supporting the show. Thanks to Taylor for our request this week. He sent us his request in Discord, but you can send us your requests there or in email, gamethattune@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at gamethattune, or you can find us individually on Twitter. I'm there at jgangsta187. You can find John Regan on Twitter at
JP Regan JR.
You can find Jesse Moore on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
You can find David Fleming on Twitter at DFD Fleming, but he's not here. So, Grim, I don't know what you got going on. You're just here to, I don't know, plug things on David's behalf. So, what do you think? What do you think David would want you to promote right now?
Lemonparty.com.
No!
David.
Oh boy.
He told me himself I wouldn't lie about these things.
That's that checks out. I don't need to see the receipts. I know what David's up to, motherfucker. Grim, thank you so much for just jumping in for this very strange final segment of the show. What a strange show this has been.
You're very welcome. You can call me your guest correspondent.
Sounds good.
I insist that I not have to say that at any point on the stream. We'll have you back at some point for a full show whenever maybe we're doing a theme or something that you know about. Because apparently this was not our episode for anybody. This vertical shooters thing really blew up in our face.
We really this.
Like in a bullet hell.
Yeah, no, pretty much. That's how this whole show has felt. So, who won the show? Who gets to play a bonus tune? We didn't even fucking do that. The calculator computer broke. Akuma was inside.
Yeah,
I have a good one.
Everybody but me won. So
No, not your bonus tune. Bullshit.
we'll go with between John and Jesse. Which of you two has the better bonus tune?
Mine's
I mean,
pretty
I'm guessing that since it's August Absurdity, Jesse probably has like a wrestling theme. I fucking chose like Octopath Decisive Battle because I thought that August Absurdity was going to be a decisive battle. So we could play both.
Oh, let's do both.
All right, so Jesse, what's the first bonus tune we're going out with tonight?
I found an 8-bit version of Judas by Fozzy.
I knew it.
I
I knew it, man.
Which is it's Chris Jericho's theme music.
Hell yeah, I fully support that. And yeah, my bonus tune, because August Absurdity 5 is going to be the decisive battle of Game That Tune, is Decisive Battle 1 from Octopath Traveler, one of my favorite games in the last couple of years. So thank you everybody so much for listening. We look forward to a fantastic August of just Game That Tune absurdity. And peace out, everybody. That's it. And fuck it, Johnny. Play David's bonus tune too. I don't know why he chose Tomahawk Man from Mega Man 6, but that's a fucking jam right there. So let's do it.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you uploaded it before we started the show. Hold on.
He said he did.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh boy. Let's see. 209. Where is it? There it is.
Oh god.
He did get He got like 10 minutes before the show, 15 minutes before the show, and I always download these things
Bingo,
like
baby.
an hour.
Photo finish.
We are a well-oiled machine here. We get prepared for the show. We upload our things in a timely manner. No one destroys their own setup out of anger during the show.
Oh, whoops. Okay, here we go.
Still Octopath.
Oh yeah.
Poppin' Twin Bee is copyright 1993 Konami Company Limited. Gun Smoke is copyright 1985 Capcom Company Limited. Elemental Master is copyright 1993 Technosoft. Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom is copyright 2015 Team Shanghai Alice. Mushahime Sama is copyright 2015 Cave.
Bless you.
Thank you.